Right now at 22 minutes past the hour of 11 o'clock, a little later than usual, but it's time for our dog spot with Gail Skinner from the Dog Emporium on the M125 at Porsche's. Good morning to you, Gail.
Good morning, Owen.
Now, we happen to know, and I do remember, that Key, the collie under training as an assistance dog, he took his exam last Wednesday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. On Wednesday he had his practical exam, and we also had to put some videos forward of him actually doing chains of behaviour. So he had to do 3 different chains, 2 with 4 different behaviours and 1 with 3. And for these chains he was given 1 command or 1 signal, and he had to carry out the entire chain. So, for example, one of them was he was given 1 command to bring the pills, and he has to go to the cupboard, open the cupboard, bring the pill box, go back, bring the cup, go back, bring the water bottle, go back and close the cupboard, all from 1 command.
And does he do the washing up afterwards now?
I wish.
No? No, he doesn't do the ironing either.
No, he's not too good on that.
So he's passed with flying colours, as we've watched him develop over the weeks you've been bringing him in here, and he's so familiar with the studio now, he knows how to open the doors and get in.
Yeah, he's an amazing little dog.
And it's taken how many weeks to bring him to this level now? Remind us.
Well, he's now 1 year and 1 month old, and we started training him from about two months old. So all the way, his main focus was to get his assistance dog certification.
So what you're saying is 8 weeks is a good time to start passive, easy training.
Yeah, I think the younger you start, the better it is, and the more that you can develop the dogs, and the more they want to learn as well, because they get into a mind where they want to work for the food and they want to learn new things. We've got one dog who comes in for training, and he's eating through the exercises. He's absolutely unbelievable, and he'll be at the Fattersil this year showing what we've taught some of our dogs to do.
So what you're saying is there is truth in the old saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Well,
or can you?
You can, to an extent. Yeah, you can. We've taken 8-year-old dogs and we've taught them to walk off leash next to people and to behave in different situations, and to be able to lie down under a table at a coffee shop and things like that. And these are old dogs that have never been trained, so it is possible.
That's brilliant. Now, tell us about your socialising walks, because this is also good to do with dogs that got a behaviour problem, isn't it?
Yeah, what we're doing, and we've started them for a few weeks, is a socialisation walk on a Thursday afternoon. We started around 4 o'clock, and we've had different people come in and go in on these walks. The dogs have a great time. Most of them come flying through the door. They're so excited they're going to be going for a walk with other dogs. And what we do is we do a little bit of work in the town, so a little bit of lead work. We give training tips along the way and advice, obviously, to people that need it, and some help along the way for their dogs. And then we do some basic obedience exercises up at the church ground. So we take dogs to church, which is always good. And from there we go into the countryside, and we've seen rabbits and there's horses along the way, and we do a bit of nose work in the countryside. So we're teaching the dog to find things and to actually work, which is brilliant. And we come back and have coffee and biscuits.
Is it a good thing to take them out to get them to have a good sniff around and get different odours of different things?
Yeah, it is. It's basically the dogs are reading the newspaper. We see the newspaper every day, or we read the news on the internet, and the dogs get their news from sniffing smells along the way.
Yeah.
What we try and train, though, is that they get an on and off button, so that they're given a chance to be free and to be dogs and to smell and to sniff all the different sniffs. But then when you want them back under control, you use a different word and you bring them back, and then they walk nicely at heel.
Yeah, my wife's always said there's 2 editions. There's the Dog Times and the Cat's Chronicle.
Yeah.
And they all seem to read this and pass the word, particularly if you lose a pet and there's a vacancy. Somebody seems to know there's room for one more, and somebody turns up. It happens to me all the time. Anyway, any final things, because we didn't expect you to come this morning, Gal, and we've run out of time, but any quick snippets?
No, I think that's about it for this week. Obviously, it's a good time to start putting on the medications and everything for the dogs now, with the ticks and becoming more and more rampant now after the bit of rain that we've had and the heat.
Exactly.
And just keep your pets safe, and ask for professional advice for any medications or things you're putting on them.
I think that's a good tip because there has been a little bit of controversy over oral flea and tick treatments, haven't there? So I think check with your vet before you administer anything, and don't take tips or recommendations from friends.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree with you totally on that.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that, Gal, and hopefully we'll have you next week. All the signs are that I'm going to be on my own next week, so it'd be nice to have the company. So come in and see us.
Yeah,
all
we'll
right?
be in.
Yeah, many thanks. Right, we're back to the music on a Solid Gold Sunday on KISS, and we're going to have two in a row. The reason being, it was on this day in 1978 that Rock Against Racism rally was held in Victoria Park. It featured The Clash and Tom Robinson. You'll recognise the songs.
Memories are played on KISS.